Hello, and welcome to another Big Finish Doctor Who review. This time we have the much-anticipated return of the Ninth Doctor and Rose with the first of a 12-episode series, Snare, which is a very intriguing start to the series. It's set between Father's Day and the Empty Child, which this whole series is, I think. It acts as a great start, in my opinion, and I will be doing this spoiler-free, so don't worry about that. This technically kickstarts Series 4 of the Ninth Doctor Adventures, except obviously this time we have Billy Piper because we've had three we've had 3 series of many box sets where he's just on his own, so it is nice to return to that, and the fact they've made a point of saying it's set between Father's Day and the Empty Child is also very handy and helpful to know. So I will read the synopsis of the story and then do my little review. Kevin left the Powell estate a long time ago. He wasn't going to be trapped there, but all these years later he's back and clearing out his dad's old flat. At least his neighbours, the Tylers, are still here. But Rose has a strange new man in her life, and this doctor's going to show Kevin a world he never knew existed. Unfortunately, something ancient is stirring on the estate. Perhaps Kevin will be trapped here after all. Now, I don't think you'd be able to predict where this story goes. It's very unique, which worked well in this case. We get the return of Jackie Tyler, which is always welcome, but especially more so of it being set in Series 1 and having the 3 back together. It just felt really, really nostalgic, as I'm sure was obviously the intention. I won't go too much into the story itself because that will just get to spoiler territory, but this is set immediately after Father's Day, as I've said, so the emotional beats are very good. It's well connected with the plot as well. There's a very good scene in the final act where they have the Ninth Doctor and Rose have a very small but similar argument when they had a bit of a fight in Father's Day, which again makes a lot of sense as there's obviously still some tension left over. Overall, it's a very much deep story in its emotional beats, but in my opinion, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and that's only after one listen. After this, I will probably go back and listen again. As with most audios from Big Finish, I do recommend doing that. There's always something you might have missed, or maybe because before I found myself listening to stuff, not liking it at all, then re-listening later and actually thinking, wait, this is great. It's very interesting how it can work. My one gripe, and it's not with the series, it's with the releasing of the series, it's that we're getting it bi-monthly. It's the same with the 13th Doctor Adventures, I believe. It's a little annoying. They've also turned the Torchwood range into being bi-monthly, and I'm not even sure if that's going to continue past Salvage, which is the one coming next month in September. I really hope they do, though, because I'm a massive fan of that range. It's taken it to basically become its own IP, if anything. Like, it's not really like the Torchwood TV show, do you know what I mean? It's very original. So I do recommend that if even if you're just a fan of sci-fi, because it's very much like, it doesn't focus on sci-fi, it focuses on the emotional and character elements, and just, some stories just have characters we've never even heard of before, so it's definitely worth checking out. I'm just not a massive fan of the bi-monthly release schedule, but because it might feel a little far between listening to them, but that's alright, At the end of the day, it's a range worth checking out. If you were a fan of Series 1 of the Ninth Doctor's era, which, let's be honest, a lot of us, if not all of us, are, I recommend just at least listening to this episode. I'm very excited to see the future of where they take the stories, and yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.